All right, welcome to the C Block. It's time to talk about our BOW, otherwise known as Bird of the Week. And joining us today, Sarah Baxter, Education and Program Specialist for the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission.
And today we're talking about this little guy that many of you have probably seen around your yard. Thanks so much. And we had people on
we have to. We've been asking you
to guess, and we got some interesting answers.
Okay, check out the photo. Do you know the name of the bird? And this is what we're getting. Steve says Bob. Even had one Jack Sparrow, Eddie. What is that bird?
This is a white-throated sparrow.
Okay.
So, you know it's a member of the sparrow family just because he's a little brown job. We call these LBJs.
Little brown
there's
job, huh?
so many little brown jobs around Arkansas, especially in the wintertime. So this is a sparrow, but he's an easy one because he's got this nice white throat.
Okay. Is that the most common one here?
It probably is, yeah. It's super common. If you have a feeder in your backyard during this time of year, you have these guys. I mean, hands down, you're going to get white-throated sparrows. And so these guys are really cool for a lot of reasons. I want to do a little, anatomy lesson with you guys. We're going to learn some words.
We're
going to learn some words. So this little stripe right here above his eye is called a supercilium.
Supercilium,
Supercilium. Lots of birds have that little white stripe above their eye, and it's kind of an identifying characteristic. And then on this guy, the white-throated sparrow, not only is the throat diagnostic, but this yellow right here, and that area of the bird is called his lures. So he's got those yellow lures. So that's how you can identify these guys. There's another bird that's similar called the white crown sparrow that has the black and white stripes, but he doesn't have the yellow on him.
So definitely the characteristic here, the white throat, and then the yellow.
Yep, sure enough. And these guys will come to feeders, but they don't get on your feeder. They get all the stuff that gets dropped by the other birds. They feed on the ground exclusively.
Why is that?
I mean, well, there's nothing to land on that feeder right there.
Well, there would be if I put it together, sorry. It's just their lot in life, you know. Out there in the world, there's birds that feed in the tops of trees, in the middle of the trees, in the bottom of the trees, and on the ground, and these guys are the ground guys. So,
along with dove.
Yep, dove and several other sparrow species, dark-eyed juncos, fox sparrows, stuff like that. So they like to get the stuff on the ground, and they like millet. So you can get the cheaper bird seed, and it's got lots and lots of millet in it, and a lot of people are like, oh, that's just waste, nobody eats that, but these guys do, so it's good.
And you've got a bird, as we said, a bird feeder here, and you've got some
example bird seed. Yeah, that's just a nice little cheap seed that's got some black oil sunflower seeds mixed in and lots of millet. So good for these guys.
Yeah, they don't migrate to and from. They pretty much stay here, right?
No, actually, they're just winter. They
are.
Yeah,
this particular species.
Yeah, this species. They breed up in northern Canada and extreme northern U.S. So.
And we had asked for questions regarding one common question that we received on Twitter and in the C Block was about hawks. One lady says they land on her area constantly. What can she do to try and keep them away?
Right, so people like hawks, but they don't like them eating their birds at their feeders. You know, you put your seed out so that you'll get those little songbirds because you like to watch them. And a lot of people have this problem. And the main thing I can tell them to do is right now, those hawks, if you keep your feeders full, you've always got songbirds, it's like a never-ending buffet. So the hawk is camped out. That's an easy food source. So for a while, week, 10 days, 2 weeks, take away the bird seed. The songbirds will leave, they'll go find a different food source, and they'll be okay. They'll find something to eat, and the hawk will move on too. He'll find himself someplace else to
You know,
be.
what's amazing is it doesn't take long. Once you hang a feeder up within a day, you've got all kinds of birds that have found that food source.
Yeah, it's great. And I mean, a lot of people get worried like, oh, I can't take away the seed because they need it. They're okay. They can find lots of stuff to eat without us.
All right.
Sarah, thank you.
Thanks so much, Sarah.
Thank you, guys.
That's going to do it for the C Block. We'll be right back.